If you're looking to watch a superhero story that's dark, depressing, sleazy, grim, frightening, and makes you want to throw up, then Batman v Superman is the film for you. If you want to watch something different, then there's always The Boys on Amazon. And that's the show we're going to be taking a look at for this week's Film Facts video. Yes, that's right, we're diving into this world of injustice, from the rich and the powerful to the poor and the powerless. Oh wait, no, that's just real life. So if you had questions like, what's the story behind the comic book behind this series? What comic book film does this series share a connection with? And who really is worse? Is it Homelander or Zack Snyder's Superman? It's clearly Homelander. I mean, the man's a monster.
I'll laser every fucking one of you!
Zack Snyder's Superman is just a clumsy idiot. Anyway, we've got the answers for you. Oh, would you look at that? It's number 1. So The Boys is a superhero television show developed for Amazon Prime Video. The show follows a group of vigilantes as they fight back against superpowered pricks who abuse their abilities and their position in society. The show is based on the comic book of the same name created by Garth Ennis, first released in October of 2006. The comic book series is famous for being very opposite to your typical superhero comic book. Garth Ennis stated that The Boys would out-preach a preacher, referring to the extreme violence and sexuality that were typical trademarks of the Preacher series. Garth Ennis was also involved in the creation of the Preacher comic book series, which also got its own TV adaptation. Number 2. Before this TV series, between the years of 2008 and 2016, a film adaptation of The Boys had been floating about and entered various stages of development at both Columbia Pictures and Paramount Pictures. On April 6, 2016, it was announced that Cinemax would be developing a TV series adaptation of the comic book. The production was being developed by Eric Kripke, Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen. Both these projects eventually fell through, however, and in November 2017, it was announced that Amazon Prime Video had given the production a series order for a first season consisting of 8 episodes. Ooh, it's number 3. Actor Jack Quaid plays the part of Hughie in the series. In the comic book, Hughie is from Scotland and resembles English actor and writer Simon Pegg. Pegg wrote the introduction for The Boys Volume 1 collection, The Name of the Game. Pegg is also known for his role as Scotty, who is famously a Scottish character in the rebooted Star Trek film trilogy, alongside Karl Urban, who played Bones. Pegg was originally supposed to play Hughie when the comic book was being developed for a possible film, but because it took so long to get a live-action adaptation created, Pegg ended up playing Hughie's father instead. It's number 4. Apart from being a team of horrible, disgusting, pathetic, sad, disturbed, broken team of superheroes, the 7 are also a loose take on some of DC's Justice League members. Several of the 7 share powers and visual similarities with DC's heroes. Homelander's character of course takes inspiration from Superman. Queen Maeve takes inspiration from Wonder Woman. The Deep, Aquaman, A-Train, The Flash. Several other parodies of famous heroes feature in the graphic novels of The Boys and have been referenced but not yet featured on screen in the show, such as Tech Knight based on Batman and the G-Men based on Marvel's X-Men. It could also be argued that elements of Black Noir are also a take on DC's Dark Knight. I got 5 on it. Oh, copyright strike. Speaking of the 7, the 7 HQ is the Roy Thompson Concert Hall in downtown Toronto, frequently used in film and TV, just like everything in Toronto. The giant X supports provided a fitting background for an early scene in the first X-Men film, and is also quite fitting for this show, with X-Men characters being the inspiration behind some of the characters in the novel. Oh, don't believe it, it's number 6. In the show, Hughie asks if Butcher has a dog after seeing dog toys in his car, which Butcher denies. In the graphic novels on which The Boys is based on, Butcher does indeed have a canine companion, a pit bull called Terra. In the show, Terra is seen in Butcher's flashbacks to his married life with Becca as an English bulldog, though there's no explanation as to what happened to him. And knowing this show, it was probably something horrible. Number 7, baby. Number 7. The character of Translucent is a new character created for the TV show. His powers resemble that of characters like Fantastic Four's Sue Storm, aka the Invisible Woman. In the graphic novel, the remaining member of the Seven was an alien character named Jack from Jupiter, a take on DC's Martian Manhunter. You wanna know a secret? It's number 8. If you've watched the series or even have had read the graphic novel, then it becomes very apparent that The Boys has a lot to say about superheroes in media, specifically in the film and comic book industry. For example, the Seven are more the product of opinion polling and income projections than they are a superpowered heroic team. In essence, corporations take the concept of a superhero and twist it into a money-making product rather than a crime-fighting individual. Some examples of these are the heroes' brands seen several times in the show, such as A-Train's own merchandise, and these heroes being booked and scheduled to make public appearances at events, being treated more like celebrities rather than crime fighters. While the comic book may have been pointing a finger at the comic book industry, the show seems more appropriate to be pointing the finger at superhero films and the companies behind them, such as Disney and Marvel Studios.
Good heavens, number 9.
During the start of each episode, Amazon warns viewers about any graphic violence, nudity, and general adult content. And while this show does feature some gory moments and some, let's just say some full-on man nudity, it's apparently nothing compared to the actual comic book series itself, which had the goal of out-preacher, and was in fact cancelled by DC before being picked up by Dynamite Comics due to its excessive violence, nudity, and just general insanity. I say, old chap, it's number 10. This marks the 5th comic book adaptation that actor Karl Urban has been a part of. Those include Priest, Red Dread, hey, that rhymed, Thor Ragnarok, and of course this show, The Boys. Well, there you go, 10 facts about them boys. So what did you think about this series? Good, shite, or yeah, it was alright? Let me know down in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this, then why not check out our other film facts videos? They cover both film and TV. And if you want to help support the channel and don't want to miss out on any future videos from us, then why not consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the bell thingy to stay notified. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you could always chuck a like on this video or even share it. Any and all those things really do help us out a lot. But thanks for watching, guys.